Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. This video is actually a little bit different because I won't be showing my face, but rather I'm sharing my voice. And it's mainly because I really want to share with you just this a little mini story that I actually kind of had forgotten about until I was digging around and finding some old journals and diaries that I actually still keep at my mom's house. So, in this recent newsletter, I actually said, "Why am I celebrating your birthday?" And I find it interesting because the day of your birth is basically the day you're born, the day you come alive and really enter this life. And your birthday may not actually be today, but by matter and virtue of you making a decision to really build a new foundation for a new life, you can actually experience another birthday. And you could also potentially create a whole new world for yourself and essentially become alive again. So, therefore, birthday. So, I wanted to actually share with you a story. And I know that you've been getting my emails, and I know that you've been staying up to date on my Facebook posts and Twitter posts and all that good stuff. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you for being with me. And also know that really I'm doing all of this because I'm committed to what I stand for. And I stand for liberation. I stand for freedom. I stand for really everybody getting what it is that they would call for themselves success. And yes, that is different and unique for each person. But what I have found is that really having that sense of fulfillment and really creating results in your life that you care about and really making a contribution to not only your life but to the world at large, really that is a life of success. And everybody needs a foundation, even myself included. So before we go on, I want you to know that I am in the mindset of being committed to your success, and that's what this story is all about. So this is actually about 12 to almost 12 years ago. So here it goes. I was actually secretly miserable at university because I knew that it wasn't going to lead me to exactly where I wanted to be. You know, my mom was an entrepreneur, my dad was an entrepreneur, and I had a very stable career actually that was beginning. It ended up going on for another 8 years, but I did have a career that I was starting at TD Canada Trust, which was a prominent Canadian bank, and I was really good at what I did. You know, and I was an award-winning salesperson. I was really favored by all of my clients and favored by my management just because I truly wanted to be there and shine and treat people well, but I really wasn't very satisfied. And you know, the university degree, I knew that I was going to end up with a pretty generic degree, even though it was doing a major in it was business management, but it was a focus on human resources and communications. And I also simultaneously got my Spanish proficiency certificate. So you could say that, yeah, I felt smart and I felt very ordinary, but I wasn't fulfilled. And I really couldn't relate to a lot of people that were around me because I sort of had these big dreams, these big goals, and big desires. And I knew that they were scary for me, even. So, even when I would talk to people, my friends or whoever, I really felt that I couldn't actually share what was on my heart. And the truth was is that I was feeling like I didn't have true purpose or a sense of passion in my life. So fast forward the internal misery because truly it was just horrible. And I decided that just one day, this was on one very memorable day, I sat my butt down in a chair, I closed all the doors, and I pulled out my trusted diary. And at this time, I was really an avid journalist. I loved creating stories of my life or stories of what I thought was going on in my life. And I was always documenting things. And that day was no different. But this time, I had a very strong intention. It was just me, my diary, my pen, and myself. And I began asking myself questions. I dared ask myself who I thought I was. I dared to ask myself what actually turned out, what turned me on in life, and also what turned me off. And I dared ask myself, what the hell is the point of life if I'm not happy, fulfilled, or at least in alignment with a purpose? And I asked myself what the point of quote unquote success is if even the things I said I was going to do don't actually mean anything to me. And how can I actually make a contribution to the world? So, whoa, let me tell you, where the questions came from, I don't know. But the amount of wisdom, clarity, and authenticity that then poured out of me was breathtaking. And I remember I was writing for hours, and I actually still have that diary today. So I took my diary entries and I began creating my life based on the answers to these self directed questions. And no, life wasn't perfect, but here's the weird thing I don't really know how I had the know how to ask myself these questions. And, you know, why did the answers help me create a life that was founded on passion and purpose? Well, it was because I got my personal power back when I got in touch with who I really was and asked myself these key questions. And since that day, I made a vow to somehow share the wisdom that was channeled through me that day so that other people could create a life that they loved, a life founded on true success, on passion and purpose for them. So 2.5 years ago was when I was putting together the very first book that I was going to author. And what do you think the content was all about? You got it, collecting the wisdom from that sacred day for me into an organized book of writings named Live Your Passion, Key Questions to Help You Identify and Create Your Success. Because I'm committed to staying true to that vow and staying true to that vision of me serving millions of people with the wisdom that I received. So if you are asking why you're now getting a chance to receive $800 off the normal price of my online coaching program, it's because the content of that is meant to serve you as you answer these questions for yourself. And while I may be sold out for the VIP programs and the in-person services, I made this online coaching program super accessible for more people to benefit from. And of course, the decision is yours to make. But I don't want money to be one of the reasons why you opt out of building your own success and living a life of passion and purpose. I think I would just feel straight up selfish. So in the link below actually is going to have your direct access to the program, and within that Eventbrite link, there's also frequently asked questions. There's a breakdown of how it works and how you get access to your online coaching program, and it really is just it's yours. It's up to you. You get to decide in that moment, and you get to decide if today is your birthday. So, with that being said, I want to say thank you. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for really listening to what is going on inside of you, because you really wouldn't be here if you weren't already asking yourself some key questions. Like, how can I live a life of abundance? How can I live a life of passion? How can I live a life of true success for me? And how can I live a life based on the purpose that is meant for me? And I believe that everybody needs that foundation for success, which is why I created this program and which is why I want you to get access to it ASAP. So with that, have a fantastic day. I'm wishing you lots of love. Thank you for listening to my voice, and I look forward to connecting soon. Bye.